Coach, for the second straight game, you guys have, for some reason, woken up in the midst of the second quarter. Why do you think it takes a little bit for you guys to wake up?
Yeah, I think that's probably a really good question to ask those next two when they come in. I think my observation would be these early games, your preparation's very limited into what people did last year and what they did the first couple games of this year, which may not be a true indication of who they are or what they are. I think as the season goes on, you've got a bigger body of work to study from a coaching standpoint, and you can be a little bit more precise in your estimation of how they're going to try to attack you. And I thought our kids did a good job of working their way through that and kind of figuring it out as the game went on. But I think even maybe a little bit Monday to some extent too. You're kind of guessing. Now you've got teams that maybe have 3 games, but you take a team like Tennessee Martin, and they've started on literally a different lineup every game, and then it's hard to say, hey, I think this is what they're going to try to do, because we don't even know which collection of kids are going to be in the game to kind of have any kind of trends yet. So, I thought our experience really paid off, and our kids being able to, the number of kids that have been in that situation before kind of led the way as far as getting them guarded correctly.
Were you happy with how you guys played defensively? It's one thing that you mentioned you didn't scout. You can't scout very well because of lack of preseason information, but you gave up 13 points and 10 points in the first 2 quarters. So something was working on that.
Yeah, I think I think the kids that were on the floor, Amani Burke played a tremendous game offensively, but we had so many returners on the floor that have kind of understand our principles. We were able to really lean on our principles and get things guarded. And, I thought in the second quarter, again, for whatever reason, we kind of got settled in and had an understanding of what they were trying to do and seemed to be able to disrupt that, minus we gave 3 a wide open 3 in the second quarter. But other than that, the other 7 points, I thought we made them work pretty hard to get.
You mentioned Amani. Is her role vital in that she can give your team a second slasher, somebody can attack the bucket, I guess, on a consistent basis?
Yeah,
for her to come on?
I think Amani seems to have a knack for putting the ball in the basket. And that's a good thing to have a knack for, I suppose, in the game of basketball. And she's just thirsting for knowledge, and she's constantly learning, and she gets to play against Kiki every day in practice and tries to guard her and tries to score on her and has never backed down from her. And I just think that's a great tool to have. I think that's what's helped her growth over the last month and a half more than anything, is that her and Kiki are almost never on the same team in practice, and she has to guard somebody like that every day. And I got to imagine that whoever guards you is a better matchup than having Kiki guard you.
What changed in that second quarter? You guys struggled a little bit with the 2-3-3-2 that they had in the press, and then obviously the second quarter you guys took off. What changed offensively for you guys?
I think just being comfortable with it. We knew that they were going to press. We knew that they were going to play a zone. And you prepare for it, but you can't prepare for it like they do. It's what they do every single game. They press Louisville. So if you're going to press Louisville, you're surely going to press Ohio. You know what I mean? So it's something that they do. It's their identity. It's who they are. They're going to be better at it than anything we can replicate in practice. And I think it just kind of took us a little bit to get settled in. I thought our turnover numbers were pretty good, considering how much they pressed and kind of changed defenses on us, which was a vast improvement. We cut the number almost in half from the High Point game. So the shooting numbers weren't where we would like them, but because of the turnovers, we were able to get 16 more shots, and in that case, you don't have to shoot it quite as well.
How much of an asset was Imani's ball handling?
She's tremendous. Yeah, you saw her, right? It's nice when you can have a plan to pass it ahead, and then it's nice when you have somebody that's good enough to dribble through it at times too, and being able to have a balance. I think that's what we kind of struggle with, is just trying to find the happy balance between her just dribbling through it and us passing it ahead. And I thought she did a tremendous job tonight of making those decisions, when to dribble and when to pass.
With Kiki back, will this be the starting 5 moving forward this season?
I think so, but I don't know. I imagine we have some kids on the bench who would like to crack in there, and if they're better, then they're better. I don't mind that at all.
With Amani, we talked about her a little bit, how she, she's guarding Kiki in practice. How has that helped, help her confidence, and then just as a freshman being able in her first 2 games playing fearlessly out there, what does that show you?
I mean, I think she's a good basketball player, and I think, I think the people that she's playing with deserve a lot of credit too, because they make it pretty easy for you to do that. I mean, the first couple shots she got were baseline jumper, then she got to play a closeout, but she got to do all that because Kiki and Taylor broke down the defense, and then she's playing a closeout as opposed to her having that kind of pressure on her. But I'm excited to have her here. I'm excited to see where her career goes, and we'll certainly have some ups and downs. We'll have some games where we won't look nearly as good, and that's kind of part of being a freshman. And we'll just kind of take it as it comes.
Coach, when you look through the stat sheet, one of the things that stands out is 10 for 10 from the free throw line. How nice is that?
That does stand out. Yeah, that's nice. Makes you think that we should have shot more free throws. Probably should have drove it more and shot it less. But I think we're a good shooting team.
Has that ever been a concern for you this year at all, free throws?
I don't know. Have I complained about that already?
No.
Oh. No, I don't think it's been a concern. I'm sure you guys will bring it up if we go 52% from the foul line. You'll quickly remind me. But as of right now, I'm really happy with our free throws. Write that down.
You guys assisted on 65% of your baskets tonight. How key was that in breaking down the pressure that they presented?
Huge. I thought our spacing was really good. We shot a lot of three-pointers, but I thought a lot of them were really good shots. I thought they were in rhythm and characteristic of how we normally play. So we need to make those, and I'm sure if you ask some of the kids that missed them, they feel like they should make those shots. But I thought our ball movement was good, and again, I was really happy that we were able to limit our turnovers from the 20-some that we had just a couple days ago in North Carolina to the 12 that we had tonight.
Going back to Amani, when you put her in the game early on in the first quarter, what did you tell her? Because at that point you got need a little bit of a spark to try to break down the zone.
But just to encourage her to be aggressive. She's a good player, and she's a good scorer, and just limiting her scope to that. And let those other guys worry about everything else. You just, when you catch the ball, be aggressive, make a basketball play, and she did that.
Last year, it seemed like every game you guys were below on the rebounding totals, but now you guys are up there competing with every team. In fact, you out-rebounded them today. I mean, how key is that, especially for a smaller team to get?
That's as surprising as the 10 for 10 from the foul line. Those are equal surprise to me. It's certainly something that we knew that we were deficient at. And I think when you look at that, we got 2 to 1 when they shot the ball. We got it twice as many times as they did. That's not something we've been able to say. And 2 years ago, that's something we would have been able to say about our team. But last year, we just never really believed that was important. And I think this team's trying to address that and trying to become better at it. And I think we'll continue to try to improve that number.